Yeah, really pleased with how we played, not just tonight, but the last two nights. I think we're all trying to peak at the right time. It feels like we're doing that right now. And then we have another big game coming up on Tuesday against a really good opponent. But just overall, we kept them out of transition. We really handled the ball well. We have older guards who are really tough and physical on the offensive end and defensive end. And I know I say it all the time, but, Major Majak is just an incredible player. And you look up, you look at the stat sheet, and he's got 17 rebounds. And that doesn't even go to the lengths of what kind of presence he is in the paint. We're very, very fortunate to have a player of his caliber. Our guys, their mistakes get cleaned up quite a bit, and they don't make many. But I tell you, it's a real luxury to have. And we're winning with great defense. And, we're up here talking, but, man, what an incredible player he's been for us and what an impact player he's been. But really happy with how our guys played. Particularly last two nights, we had 17 assists last night, 19 tonight. It's been a big issue for us, but we've really shared the ball. We've gotten to the paint, got one more, and that's been a big plus for us the last two games as well.
Coach, this is the sort of the third time in this recent stretch, third time in the last 5 years, you've won your opener.
Yep.
Second game's sort of been a bit of a bugaboo. This time you're able to get over that hurdle. Is it fair to say you're satisfied without being satisfied?
Yeah, every year is different, and every matchup is different, and, I don't think there's any satisfaction. I'm just really excited for this team. I'm really excited for Quashawn. Quashawn's been an unbelievable player at New Haven since he's been here. This is his third NCAA tournament. This is his fourth NCAA tournament win. That's pretty special. Davontrey's been a part of two NCAA tournaments already. I think more than anything, they want to take the next step and get to that regional final and have the potential to go to the Elite Eight. So I'm really excited for them. But, we're very happy with the way we played, but we know there's a lot more to do here and the next challenge ahead of us after we leave this building.
I asked Jay Lawson this earlier because when he and I talked earlier in the week, he said, at some point when you're playing 3 games in 4 days, any region, no matter where you are, you're going to meet some resistance.
Yep.
And I asked him about, doesn't feel like they've met a lot of resistance through 2 games. Through the better part of 2 games, you guys have held a double-digit lead. Does it feel like you've met a lot of resistance over? You feel like that's still coming?
I'm coaching every possession like we're down by 10. Quay can tell you that. And again, we've just really controlled the game. We've controlled tempo. We've controlled transition, and we've just kept people in the quarter court, and that's where we're really good. So when we've kept people where we want them, the game is going our way. We've been able to build up good leads. Tonight we got off to a great start. We made shots. We're making threes early. We didn't make as many as we did last night, but I thought we got off to a really good start offensively tonight, and obviously we're really hard to score against.
Second half, league got as high as 26. Then in a pretty quick spurt, they got it down to 12. What's sort of going through your head at that moment?
Timeout. And then manage the game. Get it back to your seniors. Get your senior guard with the ball. Space the floor. Touch the paint. Get good shots. But just more than anything, we had to get back in transition. We were backpedaling. We were watching shots instead of sprinting back. Our game plan was Mage can get to the offensive glass. Everyone else must get back. So I thought that had a lot more to do with just our urgency in transition and our alertness in transition after a 26-point lead. But when we got them back in the half court again, we started to stretch the lead and do what we do well.
And then for Quashawn, Davontrey, again at that moment, they're really pressing up on you, trying to make life difficult, bringing the ball up the floor. They're sprinting back if they get a rebound and taking quick shots. When you're out there on the floor, how are you trying to settle back into your rhythm? And then again, when it got to 12, it was Davontrey, you hit a big 3. Did it feel like that, just that bucket alone, did it feel like that sort of helped you guys find your rhythm again?
When you have guys like Quashawn laying with the ball the whole game, I never have any worries in my heart. Just get the ball to Quay, get out the way, just let him do him. That's it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Every team going to run. We knew coming out of half they would want to be fired up and come out and try to punch us in the mouth, which they did. But every time you go on the run, you got to be ready to respond. And they hit a couple shots, we get a shot to go, we get back into our offense, slow things down, get back to New Haven basketball, and we was pretty solid from there.
Guys, you both scored 1,000 points in this season. Your 1,000th point this season. I was there for both of us. It turns out, Davontrey, your thoughts on reaching that milestone today? Was something in the back of your head, or were you just all focused on the game?
Nah, not at all. It's cool, but I was more worried about winning the game. That's what matters to me. I love winning, so yeah.
Yeah, it's genuine too. That's both these guys, right? They're winning players. high percentage shooters. They take the right shots. Really great role models for our program. But, these two, since they've been here, has always been about winning, which is nice when they get personal accolades, but they all know the winning takes priority over everything.
Quashawn, obviously tough to prepare for this game on the short turnaround, right? So it's a team you haven't seen, so you're just sort of watching them on film. You've seen obviously a variety of different guards throughout your time, especially in the Northeast 10. You got smaller, quicker guys, bigger physical guys. You deal with it well, seemingly no matter who you play against, but just in terms of the short turnaround against, a group of speedy, quick guards that you're not that familiar with, just how was it kind of adjusting to actually being on the floor against them?
Definitely had to make an adjustment. On film, they a lot faster in real life than they are on film. So, they definitely got to adjust for that. But like you said, I faced all guards a lot throughout my season here, and faced a lot of, like you said, big guys, smaller guys, a variety. So, I just try to come out and be defensively sound and make sure everyone's on the same page. And, we play our defensive game, our defensive scheme that Age here draws up. It always works out. If we do it right, it always works out perfectly. Yeah.
Thanks, Quay.
Coach, looking ahead to Bentley, that's obviously a team you've seen before.
Trying to ruin my night, Chris, Man, I was pretty happy until we had to play Bentley on Tuesday.
Well, you did play them and you beat them in an unbelievable
Yeah.
comeback. In the 40 years I've been covering the region, it's the biggest comeback in any game
Yep.
any team has had. 27 down in the second half, and Quay, you hit the game winner at the buzzer. All of you can answer this. What do you take out of that, or does that not even matter, that game? Is this just a completely blank slate when you go out to the court?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I take out is that I told the team, we got down by 27, right? They can jump you quickly if you're not ready, if you don't get back in transition, if you don't find shooters, and they get you playing on the run. So that was the first thing we take away is what a great win it was and what a resilient comeback it was, and shows a lot about our guys. But they also got up by 27. So we have to be really ready to play early. We got to really limit their momentum. But it's a little bit of an outlier too, right? Tale of two halves. I think it's somewhere in the middle. I think it should be a good game. Ultimate respect for Bentley. They're just, offensively, they're really, really good. But, we have to have a great start to limit the fact that they got such a big lead and not play from behind the entire second half.
You guys, any?
Bentley's a very good, well-coached team, veteran savvy, so I feel like we just have to listen. Have the game plan, just pay attention, just lock into the film, and just no personnel. They're a very good team, so I feel like we just have to just really lock in, just be mentally and physically prepared.
Oh yeah, Bentley's a very good team. Like you said, we got down by a big margin. Definitely the focus is not to do that. Not to dare ourselves in a deeper hole. Just play New Haven basketball and just try to win one possession at a time. Put together consecutive great possessions. Yeah.
Coach, with that Bentley matchup, it'll be your third game in 4 days,
Yep.
obviously, again, Bentley's schedule. But, stylistically, it's another kind of big change, it feels
Yes.
like, from Pace
Yeah.
to Caldwell to Bentley. So,
Yeah.
how do you adjust? How do your guys adjust?
Yeah.
At least it's an opponent now you're familiar with in some sense.
Yes, yeah, they pose a very different set of problems for us than the first two opponents. Typically, when teams have a non-shooting five, we get to keep Mage in the paint, and we get to drop cover. We get to force people to take some really hard twos with some side contests. These games against Bentley, St. Anselm, Assumption was like that this year. We play a lot of it in our league, and we've had to adjust schematically what we do to keep Mage on the floor. So that'll be a big key for us here over the next 24 hours. Just, find some things that we did well against them last time, find some things that we need to fix. And the other thing, too, is we really have to attack their switching well, right? Because they're going to switch 1 through 5 more often than not. I don't know if they've changed that since we played them, but, we're going to have to find some ways to score against their switching as well.
You didn't switch today much against Snoop.
Interesting, yeah. And we haven't played them since January. So it seems like it's a non-league game, right, when you only play one time in your league. We'll take a look at some film, and obviously they played great tonight. Interested to see how that went down. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.